Hello guys, good evening and welcome to the League of Europe here with the lads of Division 4 for round number 17 here at the Mexican Grand Prix. And this is going to be a very exciting race. Last time out in Japan, this man in the Red Bull, XL Ryan, not only made it 3 wins in a row, 3 pole positions in a row, but he also took the championship lead away from Jasper, who has been holding the championship lead for such a long time, but now it has been passed on to XL Ryan. So this is an opportunity now for Ryan to cement his lead and to push forward. So we'll see if he is able to do that. This track very demanding, very easy to invalidate a qualifying lap, so we will see if everyone can make it through without corner cutting or track extending. Key places to keep an eye on is of course the complex of 1, 2 and 3, and of course this, the S section. So easy just to drift out wide, get onto the curb and invalidate your lap. Also an area where we're expecting to see a few penalties picked up, but we are on board with Ryan, who is going to be the first one to start his qualifying lap, so he'll take us on board for a lap of the Mexican Grand Prix as he's gearing up now, coming around the final corner, trying to get a nice launch onto the main straight. Very long main straight here, and it's going to be a very key place to get an overtake done. DRS wide open in 8th gear, hitting speeds of 210 miles an hour on the run down into turn 1, breaking about the 100-meter board. Lovely done. He chucks into second to get the turn in for turn 2, and then on the power on the exit of turn 3. Now he is on the run down into turn 4. 2 DRS zones, but only 1 detection zone. So you get a double bite of the cherry as he comes through 4 and 5 into the double right-hander of 6 and 7, keeping it nice and neat. Also very easy there to lose a bit of traction now into the S's in 8, 9, 10. Now looking for a nice run, but he's taking a little bit too much, and that is the invalidation there for XL Ryan as he comes now into the stadium section, and we will come around the final corner just to see what his lap time would have been, I suspect, and it would have been at a 14.6, and that is an impressive lap time there from XL Ryan. So Calvin hasn't been able to set a lap, but Smitsky has, and it's a 15.9. Not a bad lap time there from the man in the Ferrari, as Jordan and Jav there setting times as Sven currently in second with a 16 flat. Ryan B 16.4. Actually, let's get the tyre compounds up, because that tells a big difference. So Jordan on the medium compound tyres setting a 17 flat. Now he's going to be wanting to switch over to the softs pretty soon, I suspect. As we're looking now, as Maverick improves on Smitsky's time by just under a 10th, and he now takes provisional pole, but Jerome now to the line. It's a 16.7, so it is the fastest medium time so far. And it looks like Ryan's just gearing up to go for another lap. We have Rajan returning to the grid. He came back last week at Japan, and now he's back in his old familiar colours, back in the Renault car. So we'll see how that goes for him. But Calvin with a 14.9. What a lap there from Frosty Calvin. And in practice all week, I can confirm that Calvin has got very good pace here, as does Ryan. So I'm expecting a bit of a duel between these two here for pole position, but you never know when you have the likes of Jasper, Alt Maverick, Duran, Raj and Don waiting in the wings ready to pounce, and even Kieran as well. I know Kieran's got some pace around here, as Raj does a 16.1, but Ryan looking rapid right now as he comes into the final sector. His championship rival ahead of him as they approach the final corner, and here goes Ryan out to the line. What's this going to be? It's a 15 flat, so not as good as his first lap, which was invalidated, but he is showing decent pace, and we know he can go quicker than that. We already know he's got 4 attempts in the bag, so we'll be expecting to see improvements from Ryan as qualifying goes on. We got Ghost Recon, who is on a flying lap, 4.2 seconds up in the first sector, which means he has definitely made a mistake somewhere, but he's drifted out too wide, and that's invalidation there as Alt Maverick has left the session. If anyone is in the stream listening, make sure you send Alt Maverick a cheeky little invite just so he can get back into the session, as we are on board with the Ferrari of XL Don as he approaches the final corner, ready to start his flying lap. So now here he will go to kick it off. The man in the Ferrari. See what he can do as he breaks down. Not the most ideal line into turn 1, a bit too in the middle of the track, so he definitely can make up a bit of time there, just positioning on the run into the corner as Kieran gets out the way. But it is a purple sector 1 there for Don, so we'll stay on board. Did go a little bit deep into 4, which compromised him into 5, but he's coped with it pretty well as he approaches the S's. And now this is where we see who has the nerves of steel, because you really want to be absolutely pinning it through this section, but of course fine margins. But he is purple in sector 2 as well, as he comes now into the stadium section. Right there, the fans going nuts as they come around the final corner. What's this going to be for XL Don? It's going to be a 15.5. So a good lap there, good banker lap there from the Ferrari. Now who should we keep an eye on? Let's have a look at the Red Bull of Kieran, who is yet to start a lap, but I know Kieran's got some decent pace around here. He can do a mid-14s. So we shall see if he's able to do that. But coming into sector 1, he is purple. It is a 27.8 as he got Raj getting out of the way of Kieran as he comes into the double right-hander. He gets on the traction, lovely. Still waiting from times from Slayer, Cloudy Cloud, and this man right here, Kieran. He has drifted out wide, and that has absolutely done his lap in. But right behind him we do have Slayer, who was on the ragged edge of the curb there, but he's going to drift out wide as well, and that's an invalidation right there. Cloudy Cloud in the pits, still yet to set a lap. So who have we got on a flying lap? We do have Calvin, who is on a flying lap. He's at the double right-handers, just approaching the S's now. So what can the Renault do? The man who is currently on provisional pole, is he going to improve on his time? In recent races we've seen Ryan absolutely dominate qualifying. Is Calvin going to give him a run for his money here? But he's gone very deep and very wide. But he hasn't invalidated. He's going to approach the final corner, looking to get the best run out. He was 3 times up on his time. What's he going to be? As he crosses the line, it's a 14.5, and now the ball is 100% in Ryan's court. The gauntlet has been thrown down. The Renault versus the Red Bull here today. As we've got Maverick who's just started his lap, so we'll stay on board for the lap here with the Toro Rosso. Just over 7 minutes left in the qualifying session, and I am going to turn my attention to the chat right now just to see what is going on. As we've got the Ryan fan club back in the chat, as Maverick has just invalidated, just taking a bit too much curb. Now I've done quite a bit of practice with Ryan this week, so I know what he's capable of. He definitely has it in him to get pole position here, but so does this man Calvin, and there's going to be a shootout between these two, I think, when it's all said and done. But race pace wise, they are in qualifying. I would give the edge to Ryan on pure pace, but race pace wise is very close. I don't think Ryan's going to have it his own way this weekend. As we go on board with Cloudy Cloud, who needs to get a lap on the board. Apparently he's gone purple in sector 2, and I have noticed there's a lot of purple sectors flying around, but whether they're all true or not, that's a bit of a cheeky little corner cut there from Cloudy Cloud. The game hasn't picked it up, but he does a 15.7. And we have Sven, who is on a flying lap, and it looks like the Red Bulls may be working as a team. You see them close together on the mini-map. So Sven into the final sector now to the stadium, trying to get a good launch out of that hairpin. And around the final corner, this is where you can gain a few tenths or lose a few tenths. You'll see what it's going to be is a 15.3, an improvement of over 6 tenths of a second, which puts him up into 4th as it currently stands. So right now we have Ryan ahead of Kieran. And Kieran and Slayer need to get a lap on the board ASAP. They haven't got a huge amount of time left in this session. But Ryan keeping it nice and calm through turns 2 and 3 as he's on the run down now into turn 4. He is slightly up on his time right now, but sector 2 and sector 3 is where you're going to gain the most amount of time. He's got to be committed here. Breaking around the 50-meter board, taking quite a lot of curb on the entry, quite a lot of curb in the S's. But he's gone out wide again. But Kieran hasn't. Kieran keeping it nice and calm through the S's, not trying to track extend to the absolute limits. Here comes Kieran now around the final corner. To the line, he'll come. What's this going to be? For Kieran, it's going to be a 15 flat. He slots in right behind his teammate. And look at that. Only 600ths of a second between them. But we have Craig, who's just gone deep at the hairpin, has compromised his launch out there, but he's gone very deep into the final corner and into the wall. That is a very... That corner will catch you out if you just try and take a bit too much speed into it. It will catch you out. It can be quite lethal. So just to let you know of the times that I know Calvin and Ryan can do, because I know you guys, you want to see what their potential is. They may not be able to reach it here because of track extensions, but I know you guys want to know their potential. Ryan, I believe his potential, from what I've seen, is a 14.0. I have heard from people that he can get into the 13, so I'm only going off what I have seen from him personally. As for Calvin, he can do a low 14. As Kieran has retired, Ghost gets himself up into P11. Now everyone is out on track. Now we just gotta see who's doing what. Oh, Maverick currently down in 13th place. It's not been a great qualifying so far from the man in the Toro Rosso. His teammate half a second ahead of him right now. Gets a little shaky on the curb though on the entry into the double right-hander, but here he comes now into the S's. He does have Cloudy Cloud getting out of the way, and that's commitment right there. His car started to slide, but he was able to sort it out, and it actually says he's on his outlap. Okay, but that's commitment for your outlap. I don't know why he's got his ERS go. Very tail happy there in the final sector there for Maverick. I guessing now is when he's actually going to start his flying lap. Cloudy Cloud is going to start his flying lap now. Jasper needs Cloudy up there, but he's already invalidated. That's heartbreaking. We've got Maverick, who has retired from the session. Who have we got coming to the line? We did have Don, who did improve and go up into P6 as we got Smitsky around the final corner. What is Smitsky gonna do? He doesn't improve. What about Ryan? Ryan does improve. It's a 14.2. The ball is in Calvin's court and he's invalidated it. So Ryan gets his 4th pole position in a row. Have we got anyone else on a flying lap? Yeah, we do. We have Jordan in the Toro Rosso. What can he do as he approaches the SS? He's gonna invalidate. It's heartbreaking for Jordan. As we got Dave now in the final sector. What is Dave Javu gonna do as he approaches the final corner? He does have a bit of traffic of Ibo up ahead. Ibo trying to get out of the way ASAP. And to the line goes Dave into P10. Is a McLaren 5th row lockout. But right now on pole position we have XL Ryan, who brought that lap out exactly when he needed it. So that brings an end to qualifying. So what we got Ryan on pole position with a 14.2. Calvin right alongside him in second place with a 14.5. The only two men to hit the 14s. Then we got Kieran in third. Jasper starting right next to the teammate of his championship rival in fourth. Then we got Jerome in fifth, Don in sixth, Sven in seventh, Jordan eighth, Ryan B ninth, Dave in 10th, it's a McLaren fifth row lockout, Cloudy Cloud, Raj, Ghost, Alt Maverick, Smitsky, Jav, Craigie, Ibo and Slayer round out the rest of the grid. Now the mentality from Ryan right now, he will want to win this race, but he wouldn't mind not winning it as long as he beats Jasper and keeps extending that championship lead. It's a very different mentality from chasing the championship leader to being the championship leader. So maybe we'll see a little bit of that going on here. Maybe he won't try and fight the likes of Calvin and Kieran too much. But we'll see as we have the formation lap underway. And outside of the top 10 we got Craigie, Ibo, Alt Maverick and Cloudy Cloud on the soft compound, Raj, Ghost Recon, Smitsky, Jav and Slayer opting for the medium compound tyre. They leave their options open. There is a one-stop possibility, mediums to the hards, but generally I would think that the two-stop is a bit quicker. So predictions in the chat right now. Who is going to win this race? We have 36 laps here from the Mexico Grand Prix. This man, XL Ryan, put it on pole position, but will he be on the top step of the podium for the fourth race in a row? Time will tell. Can this man, the Haas, Jasper, can he get back his championship lead, which he lost last time out to Ryan? Will Kieran pick up his second win, as he's been a naughty boy actually, so has Calvin. They must have made contact with each other. Fortunately for them though, the tyres are auto heated if they do not finish their formation laps. And what about this man, Jerome? Can he bounce back to winning race as well as Don? Can Don shock us all? Slipstream very powerful on the run down into turn 1. So while Ryan is on pole position right now, I don't expect him to be first into that corner, as we got everyone now coming onto the grid spot, and we'll get ready to go. So here we go now, 2, 5, red, lights out, and we are underway, and it looks like a pretty decent start there from Jasper. He's already alongside. It's already 3 wide between Calvin, Ryan and Jasper, as we're going on board with Kieran, who's side by side with Jerome, and looking back down the rest of the grid as we got the Ferrari down the inside. Unbelievable. And Jasper getting the jump on Calvin, so the championship leaders, as we got side by side Sven and Jerome. Don losing out by trying to go down the inside into turn 1. But Don going to try it around the outside, but to turn to the inside for the next corner, but he backs out wisely, knowing that 2 cars don't fit there. Meanwhile, in the background you can see side by side action with Alt Maverick and Raj on. But we got to move back up towards the front. Ryan getting off to a fantastic start. Jasper also getting off to a very good start as he has got ahead of both Kieran and Calvin to get there. Meanwhile, back down the grid we can see Ryan B losing a couple of positions. Looks like he just got a little bit out of shape. Side by side, Old Maverick and Cloudy Cloud has a bit of a half spin, but he's able to hold it again, but he's lost a lot of positions. And was that a bit of front wing damage I just seen pop off there? Not sure, it doesn't look like it, but it's 3 wide. Ghost Recon, Cloudy Cloud and Dave Javu into turn 1, and Cloudy Cloud gonna back out, and here goes Ghost down the inside, but unable to get the move done. Meanwhile, Raj all over the back of Ryan B. Slipstream, as I said, very powerful here. It'll be even more apparent with DRS. And that has got to be Jasper's goal. He has got to stay within that second. Right now he has just dipped outside of it. So Jasper now outside of the DRS of Ryan, who is currently storming away. However, Jasper now must be a little bit nervous of the cars behind him, as Alt Maverick appears to have spun in the S's. Alt Maverick, yes, he's gone. Now I wonder if he was side by side with anyone. I'm not sure, but side by side in the S's not really what you want to see. Dave loses in a couple of positions as he is being overtaken by Smitsky. No, he's going to be able to hold it around the outside. Cloudy Cloud all over the back of Ghost Recon. DRS has been enabled here, and Calvin getting past Jasper. Now this is what Ryan wants right now. He wants Calvin in between both him and his championship rival. As Calvin, is he going to be able to hold it? They're going to be side by side, but Jasper's going to tuck in behind Calvin, and Ryan already with that 2-second gap almost to these guys. If they keep battling, Ryan's going to absolutely storm away. Meanwhile, you just seen Raj trying to go down the inside there of Ghost Recon for what is 10th place. Remember guys, points for the top 12, so right now these are for the tail end of the points, but Raj getting a little bit deep there on the entry into the SS. That's going to compromise him, but the dirty air effect is also going to as Cloudy Cloud taps the back of Raj, and looks like he's got away with it without front wing damage, but Raj going to lose out to both him and Dave and drop just outside of the points. Now back up towards the front as we got Don. He's going to have DRS. He's going to fly past Sven, and it's the power of DRS, as you guys can now see, as Raj actually into the pits on those mediums, so straight away ducking out into the pits. And Calvin right now showing some very decent pace as he is trying to catch up to Ryan ahead, but Ryan holding that gap. It's been relatively stable, just under the 2-second mark, as is now just dipped over the 2-second mark. But penalties will be key here, as we got Ibo having a look down the inside of Jav for 16th place. Ibo having a bit of a pop. You love to see it, you really do, as we got Jerron all over the back of Kira. Now I do believe the Constructors' Championship can be won here today if Red Bull score a minimum of 18 points, and right now they're doing more than enough to secure it. But here comes the Mercedes, clean pass with DRS, and that is drawn up into 4th place. And unlike in other tracks, he will get a second bite of it here, as you see his rear wing flap open up, and now he's able to kind of just keep that advantage on Kieran. But that gap between Calvin and Ryan has come down. It is now 1.2 seconds. Jasper has dropped back from Calvin, and I'm not sure if that was a mistake from Ryan or whether Calvin is just got the pace here. I did say they were relatively even in terms of race pace from what I've seen, but looks like Calvin may just have a bit of an edge. As it stands, the gap is just over that second window, and if Calvin gets into DRS, I don't think Ryan would mind too much as long as it's not Jasper. We got Don closing in on Kieran, who will also close in on Jerome with DRS, but it's not going to be enough for Kieran down this back straight. Goes to get past Ryan B, who comes into the pits. Ibo picking up the first 3-second time penalty. So it has been a relatively calm first opening laps here. Been relatively calm in terms of incidents here, which is what we really love to see, as Kieran under a bit of pressure now from XL Don, as Calvin, he is teetering around that 1 second gap. He has just dipped inside. Is he going to have DRS? Let's have a look. Let's put the telemetry on. Is he going to have DRS? It doesn't look like he's going to have it this lap, but he is definitely the faster of the two. As we got a McLaren off, and that is Dave Javou losing it in the SS, and that's heavy front wing damage for the McLaren. So he's going to have to make a pit stop. Jordan into the pits. Is this going to be for a front wing change or just a scheduled pit stop? It looks like it's just going to be for the medium compound tyres. As Craigie has dropped it in the SS, but Calvin now all over the back of XL Ryan, and this is going to be big for Calvin. It's going to be a big moment for him, because he's had many races where he's had tremendous pace, but there's always been something that happens, something that just goes wrong. And he has looked incredibly fast here this entire week of practicing, and him and Ryan are definitely going to duke it out for this race win, in my opinion. But Ryan, I don't think, will mind too much if Calvin does overtake him, but DRS wide open, as it looks like Calvin is actually going to use the DRS to kind of save up on his ERS, which is very smart. As Ryan is using his ERS to try and keep the lead, Calvin is saving it for when Ryan doesn't have any, and Calvin then can push away. But Jasper right now in third cannot be happy with this situation, seeing both Calvin and Ryan 4 seconds up the road. And now Don is the man in fourth place, because we've had Kieran and Jerome into the pits. Jerome opting for a set of soft tyres. It's a bold strategy. I personally would go soft, medium, but that's just me. As we got the racing point of Jav, they're just losing it. He's going to be under pressure from Ivo as he goes deep into turn 4. No move made yet. Going back up towards the front though. Looks like Calvin right now doing what he needs to do to save his ERS. The problem is that Ryan is actually doing a very decent job in his ERS management as well. And so is Jasper, to be fair. And Don, anyone struggling? Oh, so we got Smitsky going past Cloudy Cloud with DRS down into turn 1. And that is sent and absolutely sealed and delivered as Jerron and Kieran resume their battle. As DRS open for the Red Bull, but the tyre compound advantage is with Jerron for the time being. But Kieran does set the purple first sector. Gonna go back up towards the front. I'm expecting pit stops to come any moment now, and yep, Calvin into the pits. Ryan continues on, so Calvin looking for the undercut. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Jasper continues on. Don into the pits. And this is going to be interesting to see the undercut and how big of an effect it does have. As you can see, Calvin is leaving the pit lane right now, and the gap between him and Jerron has definitely considerably dropped. The problem for Calvin is that he has to get past Smitsky right here, right now. He cannot afford to be stuck in traffic. And it looks like he is going to be stuck behind the Ferrari. And Sven picking up a 3-second time penalty. So Ryan, I'm expecting him in this lap as he comes around the final corner. No, he's going to continue for another lap. So Ryan not fearing the undercut, and Jasper's in. Jasper into the pits now. This will be interesting because I think Jerron, Kieran will have to jump on him. Don opting for the hard compound tyre, so he's opting to go straight to the end from this point in the race, and so is Jasper. And Jasper is going to drop behind both Kieran and Jerron now. That is massive for the championship. And Jasper is going to slot just ahead of Don. Remember, that was a 2-second gap before Don pitted, and now it's not. Don is directly on the rear wing of Jasper. And Calvin now clearing that A. He's got 3.5 seconds to catch up to Ghost Recon, and there's a 17-second gap ahead of Ghost Recon to Ryan. So Ryan now into the pits, and now will Calvin get that jump on him? Around the final corner comes the Renault, and Ryan is going to get jumped by him, and Smitsky as well as Jerron maybe. Yes, Jerron has got past him as well, so the undercut working an absolute treat for these guys. Ryan from a net race lead is now in a net P3. Meanwhile, Jasper and Don side by side in turn 1. And looks like the position has been successfully defended there for Jasper, but Jasper's got a lot of work to do now. Meanwhile, back up towards this little train that we have going on right now. Drawn all over the back of Smitsky. Is he going to be able to make the move? No, Ryan smartly though. If you notice, and yes, is Ryan backing out as Calvin picks up a 3-second time penalty. Now that could be huge come towards the end of the race. So we're going to go on board with Ryan as Jerron is going to get past Smitsky with DRS, and so as Smitsky trying to come over to the inside to cover off Ryan, but more contact made there with the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Smitsky, I think, coming back over to cover off Ryan, but Ryan's closing speed so much greater than what Smitsky expected, and a little bit of contact made there, and Ryan has front wing damage. Ryan has front wing damage. I'm not sure if he got it from that or the turn 2 instant, but Ryan with front wing damage. Now that is seriously going to hinder him through this middle section, and he has to drive very carefully now to not pick up penalties. As Calvin takes the lead of the race, Ryan has a damaged Red Bull, and Slayer picking up a 3-second time penalty. This is good news for this man though, Jasper, because the big issue with Jasper and Dom being on the hard compound tyres is that they need to make sure that they are close enough to Ryan that by the time he makes his second pit stop, they would have a pit stop advantage over him. And with that front wing, Jerron in the wall. Jerron losing it on traction on the exit of turn 3, and he is in the wall. Fortunately for him though, he is still going in this race, but there's got to be some heavy front wing damage on that left side. Visually it doesn't look like he's got any, but he did have a massive whack into the wall. So right now, Ryan now back into a net P2, but he has just picked up a 3-second time penalty, and this is what I was talking about. Ryan has to be so careful now with that front wing damage that he doesn't run right, that he doesn't pick up the time penalties. As Ghost Recon is into the pits, and it looks like Kieran is in a net P3 from the looks of things, and that is good for Kieran. And it doesn't look like Jerron actually has wing damage, as you see Don getting past Jasper with DRS, but goes a little bit deep side by side through turns 2 and 3, and they able to keep it very clean, and Don will have that second bite of DRS. Can Jerron have a little pop, as Ibo's been disqualified for parking in a dangerous location? Yellow flag in sector 1. Surely we're not going to get an SC. It doesn't look like it, so hopefully we don't get a safety car, because this race has been very good so far. As Kieran is going to be looking to try and eye up a move here on the Ferrari of Smitsky. This would be for P3 as Smitsky actually ducks out into the pit, so Kieran now back up into third place, as we got Don, who will be defending from Jasper on this main straight. So DRS wide open for the Haas. Don moving to try and break the slipstream, but he will have no answer to the straight line speed of Jasper with DRS, and Jasper now back up into 4th place. But the gap between Jasper and Ryan is 9.5 seconds. As Jasper picks up a 3-second time penalty. Now that is something that he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to be picking up those time pens. So I'm just thinking Ryan might have to change that front wing. So that's going to be 8 seconds stationary rather to 2.5. That could actually put him in very close proximity to this battle that we have going on right here. As DRS is wide open, Don will go back down the inside. The overspeed too much. Will John try and follow Don through? No, he doesn't. He's going to stick it behind for the time being. Yellow flag in sector 2. And I think that is for Craigie. Yeah, it is for Craigie. It's the other Mercedes. We're going to stay on board with this battle because it is the closest battle that we have on track. We also have the battle between Smitsky and Alt Maverick, but I'm expecting Smitsky to kind of pull away very soon. But Sven taking a bit of an adventurous line there in the S's. That would have been a warning for him 100%. And Jasper not too close to Don, so DRS might not be enough for Jasper here. He might need to focus on the car behind him rather than in front of him. As Duran is actually taking these softs quite deep into the second stint, so he's definitely looking for the medium as he tries to go down the inside of Jasper. Both of them locking up there into turn 1. Sven is just there sniffing around as well. This is the battle for 4th place, and that has just allowed Don to break that 1 second gap, and now he can try and pull away. Meanwhile, Ryan, with that front wing damage, doesn't appear to be losing time to his teammate. And he isn't losing a huge amount to Calvin either. So Ryan doing what he needs to do right now to maintain what will be second place. I'm just looking at the gap. It is over 10 seconds between Ryan and Jasper, and 2 places between them as well. And when you remember that Jasper does have that 3-second time penalty, that will drop him down to 7th as it stands. And it doesn't look like Jasper actually has the race pace here. I mean, I would expect Jasper to be kind of pulling away from Duran. They are 11 lap old soft tyres. They're not the best tyre to be on, neither are the hards to be fair. But Sven down the inside of Duran, they're side by side. Duran has been tapped slightly by Sven, not enough room given there to the Mercedes, and he goes for a bit of a half spin, and I am expecting Duran in the pits this lap for a set of mediums. As Duran taking a very adventurous line there. Seriously struggling right now. I'm thinking his tyres are absolutely overheated like crazy, and he is definitely going to need to pit off them and into the pits he'll come. So that promotes Jordan up into 7th place, as we got Sven going down the inside of Jasper, squeezing him all the way to the curb, and Sven up into 5th place. That's another car between Jasper and Ryan. So Jasper not really having a good day here at Mexico. Dropping positions to Don and Sven, and he could be under pressure late on from, I was going to say Jerome, but Jerome is chucked on the hard compound tyres. They are not the quickest around here, as Craigie picks up a 3-second time penalty. The problem with the hard tyres, they will get you to the end, they just do not have the pace. Which is why the 2-stop, in my opinion, is marginally better. But now we have Ghost Recon. The DRS wide open, looking for the overtake on Jordan for 7th place. And he is going to get the move done before the braking zone, and that is Ghost Recon up into 7th. And now he's going to be able to try and pull away from the Toro Rosso. And now you can see that front wing damage starting to affect Ryan. He's dropped back by 2 more seconds than what he would have liked. And Calvin picking up a second 3-second time penalty. He doesn't want to pick up too many. I've yet to see Kieran with a single time penalty yet, so if Calvin picks up too many time penalties, he could be under pressure from Kieran. As we got this battle right now between Smitsky and Alt Maverick. Alt Maverick is going to have DRS. But Smitsky has the fresher tyres. Jordan into the pits. Obviously for his second set of medium compound tyres. And here we go, DRS wide open for Alt Maverick. Is he going to move to the inside? Yes, he is. And now down the inside goes the Toro Rosso. And that is the move done and dusted, as Craigie has retired from the session. So Craigie into the pits, retiring from the session, as we got Raj also into the pits. I'm hoping that the AI does not come out and cause any carnage, and it appears to be all good, as Kieran is into the pits now. So he's going to get the undercut on Ryan. Ryan is going to have to change that front wing, as it looks like Ryan tried to dodge the ghosted car of Craigie. Who has fastest lap? Let's have a look. Jerome has the fastest lap, so currently right now Jerome has 2 points to his name. Although I am expecting Jerome to start climbing positions again once people have made their final pit stops. Kieran has come back out in 7th place, a bit of clear air for him to push in as well. Meanwhile, Calvin, he's got a little bit of traffic up ahead, but it's all lap cars, and he should be fine. As Don doing well right now, holding down third place. The real question is, how quick is Kieran going to be on that set of mediums? Because he's got Ghost Recon, Jasper and Dawn to get past before he's back up into his position. As we got Sven into the pits, Raj picking up a 3-second time penalty. So the gap is just under 4 seconds to Ghost Recon. It's around 10 seconds to Jasper, and then another 5 seconds then to Don. So we will see. Ryan still has to make his pit stop. And the gap was around about 7 seconds between Ryan and Kieran. So Ryan could be coming out very close to Jasper. As Sven picks up a 3-second time penalty. Are we going to see any pit stops? No from Calvin and no from Ryan. And you can see Kieran already closing in that gap to Ghost Recon. And equally, the gap from Ghost to Jasper is coming down slightly. As we got Cloudy, Cloud and Sven side by side in the final sector, in the final corner. And now wheel to wheel, a bit of wheel banging going on there. But Sven will have DRS and will be able to cruise ahead and pick up 8th place. But he does have a chance here to catch up to Smitsky. And maybe, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Sven to try and catch up to Jasper. That's how bad these hard compound tyres are as a race tyre. Meanwhile, we have Juron, who is now up into 11th place, all over the back of Ryan B for 10th. And the other man to keep our eyes on are the Toro Rossos, who currently are outside of the points, Jordan and Old Maverick. They should be able to catch up to Slayer. The question is, are they going to be able to catch up to the likes of Cloudy Cloud? Well, Old Maverick might not want to see too many of them, as Slayer picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. And you can see the grip advantage that Kieran does have on those mediums. And it might be a little bit, might seem a little bit crazy, but I think Ryan and Calvin might be switching on for a set of the soft tyres towards the end. But you can see Kieran now all over the back of Ghost Recon. Meanwhile, Juron, DRS wide open. Is he going to be able to get the move done? He's going to go to the outside for turn 4, and he is going to be able to swoop around the outside and get that move done. A good move there for the Mercedes. Meanwhile, we're going to move up back to this battle for P5. Kieran all over the back of Ghost Recon. As it stands, the constructors absolutely clinched here today. And here we go, DRS. Well, he's not even going to need it. He's already going to overtake him just on the pure traction he got at the final corner. But DRS is just going to help him get quite a bit ahead into the braking zone, and there's no answer there for Ghost Recon. As Dave picks up a 3-second time penalty. So looking at potentially where Ryan could emerge to after his pit stop. He is looking around Ghost Recon. He should come out. Actually, no, he's got that front wing change as well. He might be around Smitsky. I mean, he's not going to lose 30 seconds in a pit stop, but that front wing change will give him an extra 5 seconds, and that should put him around where Smitsky is. And you can see Kieran already breaking that DRS gap to Ghost Recon and already storming up towards Jasper. Honestly, I'd say Kieran also has a very good chance to pick up the win here, because Calvin has 6 seconds of time penalties. Kieran, to my knowledge, hasn't picked up a single one. As we got a yellow flag in sector 2, Jav has retired. Surely not. Not this late in the race. No, it appears not. As we got a VSC actually. Calvin into the pits. A very late call there. Now what tyre is Calvin going to go on? Ryan will most likely follow suit. Now this will only help him out. No, Ryan's staying out. Ryan stays out. Calvin onto a set of soft tyres. Ryan has elected... Surely not. Ryan's not going to the end on the mediums. Surely not. This would be an absolute worldie of a strategy if Ryan can pull this off. But from what it's looking like, from my eye, it's looking like he could be going to the end of this race on a set of the soft tyres. Don has come in for a set of softs. Ghost Recon in for a set of softs. That's promoted Jasper up into 3rd place. Kieran is going to close up to Jasper. There's no getting around it. Ryan, though, this has completely baffled my mind. Ryan's tyres are going to be absolutely screaming in agony at the end of this race, as we got Don and Sven side by side. Don down the inside of the double right-hander and should be able to get ahead into the S's. No, they're still going to be side by side. Bit of contact made and Sven's gone. Sven's gone around, and that is Sven around, and that's a 3-second time penalty for Jasper. So Jasper picking up another 3-second time penalty. Kieran should definitely get a podium out of this. Ryan still yet to make a second pit stop, and the longer he goes on, the more I'm starting to think that he might try and take those mediums to the end. Which, if he's able to pull it off, that is fantastic stuff there, if Ryan can pull this off. Unless he's going to be pitting at the end of this lap to get the absolute most out of those soft tyres. As you can see, Calvin's already caught him up. But no, Ryan stays out. So Calvin setting his 16.3, that's a new fastest lap. He will have DRS and ERS at his disposal, as he's going to look around the outside. Ryan defended the inside, and around the outside Calvin will go to take the lead of this race, and all Calvin has to do is build up that 3-second gap, because we know Calvin's got 6 seconds, Ryan's got 3. And I think Calvin, oh, he's just picked up another 3-second time penalty. That's now a 6-second gap he needs to pull. As we got Kieran over the back of Jasper, actually going down the inside. Jasper going to try and hold it side by side. And Kieran gets the move done. Fantastic move there from Mayor Kieran. As he is now back up into the podium position. And Jasper has to settle down for P4. And it does look like Ryan's going to try and stretch these medium tyres to the end. And it's an absolute beastly strategy if he's able to pull it off. But as I said, his tyres are going to be screaming. Still have 5 more laps to go. And Calvin has already built up that gap, and Jasper going to try his best to stay with Kieran, but in sector 2 I'm expecting Kieran to just shoot off into the distance, and Jasper is going to be under pressure from Don very soon. Meanwhile, Ghost Recon trying to slice his way through the traffic ahead. Dron and Smitsky in close proximity to each other. Dron has 4-lap fresher tyres as he is all over the back of that Ferrari. Meanwhile, Ryan and Sven side by side behind for the double right-hander. Ryan B able to hold on there. And Jasper doing well to actually keep with Kieran here. And it does look like he's going to be able to go for a move. A little bit of lag then I just saw. But Jasper down the inside should be able to get the move done. Meanwhile, behind we have Duron, who should be able to get past Smitsky here. Mercedes pulls to the inside for turn 1. Meanwhile, behind you can see Ghost Recon pulling to the inside of Cloudy Cloud. And they both synchronized move, getting it done. And now Ghost needs to get after Smitsky. Meanwhile, that gap between Don and this battle for third is closing rapidly. It's down to 6.4. As Dave picks up a 3-second time penalty, and Calvin has built up that gap. He's got the gap he needs to win this race, but for Ryan it's all about making sure he can take these tyres to the end. As it looks like Jasper able to get a good run out of that final corner, and that's relieved some of the pressure from Kieran here with DRS, and Kieran unable to get close enough to make a move. Meanwhile, behind you can see Ghost Recon a lot closer to Smitsky and is closing in. So is this going to be the move here for the Williams? To the inside he'll go, and that is move done there for Ghost Recon, and that's a bit of contact there between Cloudy and Smitsky. Smitsky again all out of shape in turn 2 and just catching Cloudy Cloud out. And we've got Sven there as well. Sven trying to get involved. He has managed to get past Ryan B, but back up towards this battle for P3. I mean, effectively Jasper is gonna drop behind Kieran. We know that's going to happen, but is Jasper going to hold up Kieran to such an extent that Don is able to capitalise? But Kieran gets past with DRS is a simple move. Meanwhile, Ghost Recon closing in on Jerome for what is 6th place. To the inside he'll go and should be moved done, and Jerome unable to fight that move there. That's Jerome up into the lead as we got Sven, who has managed to get past both Smitsky and Cloudy Cloud. But a little tap there from Cloudy Cloud on the back of Sven, and Smitsky picking up a 3-second time penalty. As the leaders have now started their final lap of the race. And what a absolute strategy here from XL Ryan. 24 laps on a set of mediums. Unbelievable stuff. And his tyres, they do look to be in decent nick. And it looks like Don may be able to jump Jasper on penalties, but I don't think he's going to catch him on track. As Ghost Recon trying to build that gap to Jerome, as Raj picks up a 3-second time penalty. But coming around the final corner, we have the man in the Renault, Frosty. Calvin will cross the line to pick up his first win here in Division 4. As we have Ryan now coming to the line, and Ryan will be very happy with P2, and what a strategy to take those mediums 25 laps, as his teammate will come across the line to seal a double podium for Red Bull and seal the Constructors Championship for Red Bull. Don jumps ahead of Jasper and gets up into 4th place, so Don going to be well and truly happy with that performance. Ghost Recon to the line. He is going to get beaten on penalties by Jerome, and Cloudy Cloud popping up into 6th. So Cloudy Cloud gets 6th place, Jerome in 7th, Smitsky 8th, Ghost Recon dropping down to 9th, Ryan B in 10th, Sven in 11th, Alt Maverick picking, Sven, they've been jumped by Jordan up to 11th, and Sven will pick up the final point playing position. What a race, and a massive congratulations to that man on the top step of the podium, Calvin. He has really worked hard for this win here today. I mean, the hours that he's put in this week to give Ryan a challenge, and it has paid off. Calvin on the top step of the podium, but for Ryan, absolute fantastic result for him, finishing ahead of his championship rival Jasper. So there we have it. We have Calvin with all 26 points here today, at the fastest lap as well on the top step of the podium. P1 for Calvin. Ryan with a 2nd place extends his championship lead over Jasper. A double podium for Red Bull with Kieran in 3rd, seals the Constructors Championship for the Red Bull team. Don will be very pleased with 4th, Jasper disappointed for 5th, and his teammate Cloudy Cloud in 6th, Jerome in 7th, Smitsky in 8th, Ghost Recon 9th, Ryan B 10th, Jordan 11th, and the final point goes to Sven. Alt Maverick, Slayer, Dave and Raj all outside the points in. Jav, Craigie and Ibo, our non-finishers here today, and it has been a fantastic season for the Red Bull team, and the Constructors' Championship signed, sealed and delivered. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this race, and we will be back next week for round number 18 at the Circuit of the Americas, COTA, for the US Grand Prix. I have been your commentator, Ivor Bryn Mike. Until next time, peace.